How does a kid go from playgrounds to penthouses, then vanish, fake her death, and end up as the internet's most controversial cautionary tale? This is the story of Little Tay, a saga that's less about flexing and more about everything broken with fame, family, and the online circus. Once upon a time, the internet was rocked by a pint-sized powerhouse known as Little Tay. She wasn't just a kid making videos, she was a full-blown viral phenomenon, blowing up feeds from 2016 to 2018. At just 9 years old, Little Tay was trash-talking grown adults, flashing fistfuls of cash, strutting through mansions, and calling out broke haters from kitchens bigger than most people's homes.
You already know what it is. Lil Tay, the youngest flex of the century. I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke haters. This female kitchen is bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. This costs more to your rent. My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent. And see, this is my closet. Everything here would be designer. Gucci, Louis, Versace.
And while you're calculating whether your bathroom is worth more than your car, smash that like button. But behind the memes and the outrage, nobody knew who was running the show. Little Tay was more than a viral kid. She was a walking question mark, a riddle wrapped in designer labels, and the world's most unlikely internet villain. But none of it was what it seemed behind the scenes. It didn't take long for cracks to show in the Little Tay empire. Leaked behind-the-scenes clips revealed what everyone suspected. There was always someone else in the room, whispering lines and coaching the chaos. In these videos, voices can be heard telling her, "Say it more ignorantly. Call them broke." Suddenly, it wasn't just entertainment, it was exploitation.
Bro, wait. Go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. Redo. You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
You still irrelevant, like I said last time. What do I say?
Parents and siblings scripting a child's every move, all in the name of internet fame. Accusations flew. Was this performance or was it abuse? The family faced public backlash so fierce that it was impossible to ignore. Tay's brother was fingered as the true mastermind. Her mother and father got dragged into the mud, accused of using their daughter as a cash cow. Overnight, Little Tay wasn't just a meme. She was a lightning rod for every ugly conversation about child influencers and online parenting gone wrong. If you've ever had your family try to script your entire life, drop a "same" in the comments. Or just subscribe so you can flex on your relatives. And then, just as fast as she blew up, Little Tay vanished, until she came back with an even wilder twist. You thought the Little Tay saga was over? Not a chance. In 2023, the internet exploded all over again. But this time, the news was grim. Headlines everywhere screamed the unthinkable. Little Tay was dead. But in a plot twist straight out of a bad reality show, it was all a hoax. Tay and her brother had faked her death, trying to stir up a fresh storm of clout and attention. Their excuse? They'd been hacked. Nobody bought it. This wasn't just another online stunt. It was a nuclear-level grab for attention, and it worked. For a moment, the world stopped and stared, sucked back into the vortex of her online persona. But the price was steep. If there was any hope of redemption, it vanished the moment the truth came out. People were furious, but secretly they couldn't stop watching. If you've ever faked being sick to get out of school, but never faked your demise for clout, go ahead and hit like. You're already more grounded than half the internet. If you thought that was the end, you don't know how this story goes. Little Tay didn't just disappear. She went scorched earth on her own family. Social media blew up with accusations. Her dad was allegedly a monster, feeding her a diabolical diet, making her wear clothes that barely fit, posting desperate ads online, and living in conditions so bad that the internet started calling for CPS to intervene. Each post was more shocking than the last, every deleted tweet fueling the fire. Nobody could tell where the truth stopped and the showmanship began. Was Tay mistreated? Or was this just another act in the circus? Her childhood pain was now content, and the world was eating it up, one scandal at a time. Yet, behind every viral post, there was always a new hustle, and this time, things went next level. With the world still watching, Lil Tay decided to go where controversy burns the brightest, OnlyFans. And she did it with the same bravado that made her famous, teasing the youngest link of the century and echoing the same playbook that launched Bod Bobby into the stratosphere. She stoked the flames by asking followers if she should drop the link the moment she turned 18, taunting haters and fans alike with suggestive posts and polls. But here's where the outrage hit a new high. Grown men openly counted down to her birthday.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
Saying anyone setting reminders for her 18th birthday needs to be investigated by the FBI. Even then, she kept pushing, posing in a corn star in training shirt, dropping polls and milking every bit of controversy for clicks. Was it empowerment, rebellion, or just a well-rehearsed hustle? Nobody could decide, but everyone was watching. Before you judge, check if you're subscribed, because if you're watching this and not subbed, you're basically counting down on my channel too. Just saying. But even public outrage couldn't slow her down, because the money started pouring in. The day she turned 18, Lil Tay claimed she pulled in over $1 million in just a few hours. $500,000 from subscriptions, $26,000 in tips, another $500,000 in private messages. Suddenly, the broke hater was flexing a different kind of dirty money. The message was clear. Hate all you want, she was richer than ever. For her, life was easy mode. For everyone else, the grind never stopped. Groceries, rent, bills, the usual. Meanwhile, Tay raked in more cash in 3 hours than most see in a lifetime. And she didn't care who was mad about it. She was finally the one in control. Or so it seemed. But the story doesn't end with a bag. The real shock isn't that Lil Tay cashed out. It's how quickly the world moved from outrage to applause. She was a kid exploited for views, taught that flexing on the broke was a virtue, then handed the keys to her own downfall. The cycle never stopped. It just changed hands. Her first move as an adult was to exploit herself, exactly as she'd been taught. Social platforms shrugged. Algorithms pushed every post to millions. And while people claimed to be disgusted, their clicks told a different story. Everyone wanted a front row seat for the train wreck. Are we supposed to believe she's really free now? Or just following a script someone else wrote years ago? The cycle of exploitation. From being coached as a kid to taking control in adulthood. But at what cost? If you've made it this far and haven't dropped a like or comment, you're officially lurking harder than Tay's haters. Don't be shy. Jump into the drama. It's free. The rise and fall and rise again of Lil Tay isn't just about one girl. It's a mirror for everything twisted about online fame, childhood stardom, and the culture of flexing at any price. Social media doesn't just make celebrities. It chews them up, spits them out, and then pays them to sell the scraps. So, who's to blame? The parents who chased a bag at any cost? The platforms that profit off every meltdown? Or the audience that keeps coming back for more? Here's the ugly truth. As long as we're watching, the show goes on. And somewhere right now, another kid is learning that the only thing more valuable than privacy is the promise of the next viral moment. Before you close out, hit subscribe. Not because you want to be famous, but because you want to see how far this rabbit hole of internet insanity really goes. Who knows? Maybe your comment will end up in the next viral documentary. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below, roast my takes, defend your favorite flexer, or just tell me how much your rent is compared to Lil Tay's toilet. Either way, thanks for watching, and stay weird.